Hello, my name is Danek and welcome in my next video. Today I will talk about the routers, which is another feature of CreateProxy.com. You can find this feature right here. I have created an article about the proxy mute working and rotating. So if you haven't seen and read this article, you should start there, because I'm talking what's the difference between the basic proxy request and using routers for requests. I have also created some beautiful graphics. What's the bad use case, or what's a good use case? I have right here the benefits of using the routers, what access points are, and how to add proxies under access point, and of course security and authorization. So all this information you can find in this blog post. I will under this video in description paste a link to this post, so you can read this, and I am recommending you to do that. And in this video I want to show you how to set up router and how to use the router with proxies. So the first thing we will need is a server. We will need basically any server that has CentOS 7 pre-installed. You can buy such a server from any provider. Somewhere you probably should look for a data transfer, because what you actually want is unlimited data transfer and bandwidth as fast as possible, because routers really need good bandwidth, since they will handle all your proxy requests to your proxies. For this tutorial, I have bought a virtual private server. This cheapest one, I'm not recommending you to use such a virtual private server, because this one is really not powerful. It has a bandwidth only 100 megabytes and one virtual core, so this is not good. If you want virtual private server for a router, I definitely recommending you to go for 1 gigs per second. So this one, or even a dedicated server. Okay, but I will do this tutorial on this virtual private server. As I said, you can buy a virtual private server somewhere else, Hetzner or whatever. There is many providers on the internet. What you probably want is you have to look for a data center location if you don't want such problems as I'm describing here. So look for the data center which is close to your location or close to your proxy's location to make a connection as fast as possible. My virtual private server is the slowest one, and also it's very fast. It's very fast far from me. It's actually in North America, but whatever, it's not important. It is for a demonstration, right? So I'm going. I already have this server. If you don't have server, just click select CentOS version 7. Select data center, continue, pay. Then we will receive email with credentials to this server, and you will actually need these credentials. I have already pasted these credentials in Notepad, so I don't need to open my email and show you what you will receive. I just have all the information in this file. I actually have two virtual private servers for this tutorial, but I will probably use just one of them. So I'm going back to CreateProxy, and to to install the router, I have to click on Add Router. Okay, here you can insert a router name, so that will be router 1 for me, or I don't know, it can be whatever you want. Select the provider, and this is important, the port from number, port to number, because you have to open ports on the router. So if you're planning to create 10 access points, then you can select the port from number 3129 and port number 23139. Okay, then you will be allowed to add 10 access points. You can also leave the default configuration, but I will probably show you. I will just open 10 ports because I don't need so many. Yeah, so you can open how many ports you want. If you want 100 ports, you can open 100 ports. It's on you. So I'm going to copy the IP address of virtual private server that I bought. Just gonna select some group, and then I will just create router. Okay. So router has been created. Add username for the virtual private server I have bought. So the username is Sandos. So I just paste. Okay. And now I have to insert a password of this virtual private server. So this is it. So I just insert the password, and you can select the endpoint. Basically, the endpoint, you have to just select the location that is closest to this virtual private server location. Basically, this means how many concurrent connection may be done on this router. This is a pretty big number. You can definitely make it lower, and some other settings I don't want to talk at the moment. So once you are done, you have to select the template. We have inserted username and password for the virtual private server. We've selected endpoint, and just click on install router. Okay, the router installation usually take 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. So now you need to wait for the router to be installed. Okay, so I'm going to reload the page because it's already 8 minutes. And here, as you can see, the warning message disappeared. So the router is installed. You can verify the router is installed just by clicking or visiting the IP address of the router. If you visit the IP address of the router, it will just return you back to the CreateProxy dashboard, router dashboard. So that's how you can verify it's working. You can see also the router IP address, what's the current version of the router, what are available ports that you have set when you was installing the router. I will talk about the Grafana later, and here is another notification will come in router dashboard To start using this router, you need to create at least one access point. So you can click on create access point here, or you can just go over to the access points. We don't have any access point yet, so there is nothing to see. So we have to click on add access point button, and then just insert the name of the access point. I will call this access point just test, and insert port where you want this access point to be listing. I'm going to select the 3129. You can also select the IP version. You can select both of the versions, or just IPv4 or just IPv6. This is useful when you want to create one access point just for IPv6 addresses and other access point just for IPv4 addresses. This is because you may want to use one access point only for the targets that do support IPv6 protocol, while some targets may not support IPv6 protocol, so you may want to create another access point just for IPv4 to reach some target that do support on IPv4. Outcache, buncache, I'm talking about these values in blog post. Request time window and available tokens. This is basically that any user with one IP address may send 1,000 requests to this access point per 60 seconds. So if you want, you may set here 100 requests per 60 seconds, or you may just change the number of the seconds. For example, this setting means that anyone who will use this access point may send here only 100 requests per 10 seconds. Rest of the requests over 100 will be just ignored. You can select the algorithm that you want to use for this access point. You can read what each algorithm mean in the description here, and then just click on save. So this is the access point dashboard. As you see, access point front end and access point backend is installing. It may take a while. Okay, so access point is ready to be used. We can start using this access point right now. Here you can see that here is the live proxy list. These proxies are on the server and may be used more for the requests. And as you see, there is no any proxy at the moment. So let's add here some proxies. The proxies, live proxies, are loaded from active proxies. If I go to the active proxies, then you can see that there is nothing. There are no proxies at the moment. So and to add the proxies here, you have to go to service sources, and here you can see that you can add a cloud profile, you can add a merchant server, or you can import proxies. So the first option means basically when you are using cloud tools, you can add an account for specific cloud tool for Google, Amazon, Vultr, and the rest. and you can simply click on Add Cloud Profile, and you can select such a account here. Once you do that, it will load all the proxies from this account in your active proxies list. I have no proxies at the moment in this account, so it will not load any proxies. So the active proxy list will be still empty. Okay, I'm gonna go to the Amazon AWS tool, and then I can click on Add Proxies, and I can select the profile that I have selected. It's test, and I can just create some proxies. I'm gonna use the best. And let's create me for this AWS account to proxy servers. This is all fine. Okay, so proxies are installing. So I'm going back to the access point, and just go to active proxies. And now I'm waiting for the proxy to appear in my active proxies. It's supposed to happen automatically. Oh, I mean two proxies, because I have created 2 instances. So as you see, they appear in my access point automatically. So I'm going back to access dashboard, and here I can see that I have 2 proxies already imported in a router, but as you can see, they are down. That's mean they are not used for a connection. Only proxies that are up are used. They has been down because they was just installed, and it takes some time before they start working. So this proxy seems to be up already. This one is still down. As you see, you have here how long the server is down, and also you can see here the ping time. This is very important, because here you can see that the router is getting response from the proxy in 17 milliseconds. So it is really good, and you can go even lower if you select a better hardware, and you make you know the proxy servers close to the router. I was talking about this in a blog post. I don't know what's happening with this one, but I'm going to add another proxies in the list. It will go up, I hope, in a while. So I'm just going to go to server sources again, and now I want to add to this access point some merchant server. I already have a couple of the servers with floating IPs and stuff like that. So just click on add merchant server, and I'm going to add American proxy server. Okay, the server has been added. So again, as you can see in our active proxies are new proxy servers. And the second AWS proxy is up. And now we are waiting for the merchant proxies to be added to the live proxy list. It's really interesting since I have created the two proxies at the same time, and one of them has been ready in 18 seconds, and another one in 148 seconds. The ping time is really good, 17 20 milliseconds. It's basically what 20, 17, 22. It's basically what you are losing. Because if we will connect directly to this proxy, you can just go to the proxy list. I will show you. You can just go to the proxy list. You can just download. These are the proxies that I have created with Amazon. So if you just copy the proxy, and you start using this proxy directly without the router, then you will save 70 milliseconds for the request. It's not much, you know. For these proxies, for the merchant server, you will lose 65 milliseconds. So here you can see what you will actually lose. What was the cost of using router in milliseconds? So right now you can see that we have I don't know how many. That we have 12 proxies in this access point. So we can just start using these proxies. You can of course add more cloud account, more merchant servers. I will also show you how to use the input proxies in the moment. But let's first try if this setting work. Okay, so I will try these proxies with Firefox extension. Basically, what you have to do, how you can try these proxies is you have to go to the out management, and here we have to create some category. So router test category, for example. And in this category, I'm going to click on add router credentials, and I can select only one access point because I have only one access point at the moment. You can select the automatic expiration of these credentials. In hours, if you select 0, then the automatic expiration is disabled. And now you can select the IP addresses that are allowed to use this access point. So once you are done, just click on save. And now we can start using this access point. So just copy the proxy address. and this is it, you know, this is the IP address of the router, and this is the port where the access point is located. So just like that, and so this is my IP address that I'm using right now. So I can just turn this the access point on. I'm going back to the access point dashboard, and I'm just going to reload the page. Basically, I'm using now 5181, so it's this one. It's this one. I can just go over to some website. And here we can watch. So basically, what they see on the website is that they are receiving the request from the many proxies at the moment. So yeah, you shouldn't be using the proxies this way, but whatever. And that's how it's work. That's pretty much all. I can just show you how to add IPv, for example, IPv6 only proxies. So I'm just gonna create another access point. Sorry. Test IPv6, and I will try the port that is already used. I will get an error because you can't use port that is already used by different access point. So I have to insert port 3130 or other from available ports, and I'm just going to select only IPv6 addresses and save. So my second access point is installing right now. We should wait again before we start adding server sources. So it's up and it's working. So let's add server sources, and I'm going to add only IPv6 addresses from my Mercant server. I've got 500 IPv6 addresses from Mercant server at proxy server generator. Okay, so I'm just going to save this, and yes. So all these 500 proxies supposed to be added in this access point. We can also watch tasks. So if I go to the tasks, you may see that this is basically what CreateProxy do for you. So as you see, CreateProxy is right now adding all these IPv6 proxies to the access point, because as you see, there is a commit pending. It means that CreateProxy first need to upload all the servers and create them on the access point, and then it will apply all the changes and upgrade the version of the router. So once all the servers, or all the 500 servers, is uploaded in the router, then all of them will start working, and all of them you will see in live proxy server list. So we just have to wait a while, because as you see, it's going one by one. So it's now done. So we're supposed to see our 500 servers in our live proxy list, and as you see, it's working. Also, because we have selected my IPv6 proxy server, it has one IPv4 address and 500 IPv6 addresses, but we will not see the IPv4 address in the list here. Okay, we will not, because when I create the access point, I have selected only IPv6. So any IPv4 proxies, failover proxies, will not be IPv4 will not be in here in this access point. Only IPv6. So I'm going to try to use this access point. Just going to again to auto management, and I have to click on add routing credentials and test IPv6. That's the access point I have created at the moment, and just save. Okay, so we can try if our IPv6 proxies are working with the router. So if I reload the page, then you see that I've got 502, because I'm using the access point, not IPv6 access point, but the old access point that we have created before. So I have to firstly turn this access point on, and then we can try. And as you see, we have created our first request. That request has been served by the first IPv6 address. So I can try to reload the page, and again you see the request has been served by different IPv6 address, different IPv6 address, different IPv6 address, different IPv6 address. If you go back, we have made, I don't know, 4 or 5 requests. So you should see that you can see that we have used these IPs for our testing request. I can also try one check website with the IPv6 addresses. If you are asking me why there is so many requests just because of loading one URL address, it is because the address is loading too many CDNs and assets from different sources. So that's why it is creating so many requests on the proxy servers. And you may also want to remove or disable specific server in a access point. So you can just click on disable. But I will show you how it's work in our first access point. Okay, so I'm going to server sources here, and I want to disable. I want to leave only Amazon proxies. So I'm going to disable all merchant servers. So we're supposed to see in our live proxy list only two IPs. So as you see, all the requests supposed to be served only by these two proxies. We can try. Just I'm going to return back to this access point, and let's try. So this request has been served with proxy 97 on the end. So this is the first one, and again with this one, now with this one, and basically this access point can use only these two proxies. Okay, so that's how it's work. It's really simple. There is also automatization available for the access point and cloud tools. Basically, as you could see before, the proxies are added to the access point automatically. So I may go to the automatization. Here, and I can create a task, but okay, I'm going to Amazon AWS. I click on Add Proxies. I don't have any template at the moment, so I have to create a template. And yes, I want to create proxy servers in the US West. Just one, or doesn't matter. And I have to save this as template. Okay, so I have created my template, and in automatization I have been redirected to create task, so I can create my first task. And here I want this is the template I have created at the moment. So again, here is some description, and I want to create every hour that one server in the location I have selected in previous step. So this is the CreateProxy will create me every hour one server. Okay, and automatically CreateProxy will automatically remove the server after 59 minutes. So I will have basically one server every hour and on 1 hour. And today and that's it. So I can save task. And if I go back to the dashboard, you may see that automatic tasks has appeared here in the dashboard, and it will create one server on Amazon in location with profile with automatic removal after 59 minutes. And this will happen in 33 minutes. Then it will happen again in 1 hour and 33 minutes, and then again, and then again, and then again. And you can create more tasks if you want to. So I'm just going to create task again, and I'm going to select the same template, or you can select different one, different provider and stuff like that. Test 2. And I want to create servers every 15 minutes, and I want to keep them alive 20 minutes. So after they will be created, after 20 minutes they will be removed. and set task. So at the moment we have two tasks on with the same account and same template. If I go back to dashboard, then you can see that it will create me my first server in 2 minutes and 33 seconds. So then in 17, then in 32, there in 32 there is second task, and that's how it works. So I'm going to wait 2 minutes to show you that one server from US West 1 will appear in our router 1 access point fully automatically. Sorry. So basically we have two, and in 2 minutes here will be one extra. So I can check my active proxies if the automatization proxy, yeah, it's already in the list. So as you see, it's automatically upper in our router. If I just make a testing connection, I supposed to start using this automatically created proxy server, automatically added proxy server to the access point. So if I, I'm sorry. So let's try. It's this one, this one, this one. So that's how it's working. Basically, automatically, you can let CreateProxy to create and to install a server, and automatically remove the server, and automatically add into the router. And that's pretty much all from me. So the recapitulation is it is really simple, because you can just install the router, then you can start creating access points with different IP versions, different caching, different request limits on different ports, and to this access point you are just adding server sources. And I also want to show you how to start using import proxies feature. Basically, you can import some proxy list that you have bought somewhere, not in CreateProxy, but somewhere on the internet from some proxy providers, and you can paste these proxy lists into the access point, and you can start using CreateProxy router for your external proxies. We can try. I have to go to auto management and I have to create some merchant proxies secured by IP address, HTTP merchant proxies. So I just click on our merchant server, and I just select some server. I don't know, Frankfurt, because I want to show you the distance matter. So I will show you the Belgium. It must be HTTP IPv4 and out by IP. and because I want to add to this access point, so I need I've opened too many. Okay, I'm going to click on server sources again. Just simple proxies, and here you can find IP addresses that need to be whitelisted for this. Oh my god, I have so many tabs here. Sorry, I have to close them. Okay, so here I just add IP address of the router, and then just save. And I just copied these IP proxy address like this. This is it. Okay. And I can import the proxy like this. You can import more proxies. You can separate them by a new line like this, or you can separate them by space like this, or even by comma like this. So here you can paste your proxy list, and remove the duplicates automatically. So I can leave here these 3 duplicates. And options, you're supposed to select basic settings, but there is also advanced settings, but you should not change these. Okay, so use basic settings because everything is default, and it's set by me. Yeah, and then click allow access. I'm sorry, this button is wrong. I will change this on import proxies. You may also paste some description for the imported proxy list, or even for even when you are adding cloud profile or merchant server. This can be whatever. For example, this proxy list is from some website and some internal nodes. This is just your internal nodes, just for you, because you may need, if you will have huge server list and proxy list, then it may be useful if you have some nodes. Then you can know what's going on. So I just import this, and here you can see that in active proxies I have one new IP address that has been imported. Another 2 duplicates has been removed, so only one has been imported, and it's already in my live server, so I can start using this imported proxy for the access point as well. And probably that's all from me. That's all from me. I will add a WordPress plugin for shared web hosting, and yeah, I nearly forgot. I have to show you how to start using Grafana. Okay, so Grafana is pre-installed on the router, and you can go to the Grafana dashboard just by visiting this address. So this is the router IP address, and as you see, the Grafana is loading. And here you can find a password and the username. So you can log in with the default credentials. And this is the Grafana. So here you can also find dashboard JSON. We will need this, but firstly let's configure the data source. So click on data sources and then click on add data source and select Prometheus. And in a URL field, insert exactly what is in a placeholder. So HTTP localhost port 9090. Like this, and then just click on save and test. So data source is working, and now we can just go to the dashboards and then click on manage. We have no dashboard, so return back to router dashboard and then click on dashboard JSON download. Copy the JSON, click on import via JSON, paste what you have copied, and then click on load. Select the data source Prometheus and then click on import. And here you go. You have your Grafana charts ready. We have to create some requests, so we can probably see some informations about the connections and some charts. I have, I have probably some problem with my clocks on my computer, so it's not loading the correct data. Let me fix this. So it's now working. I'm sorry, I have problem with my clocks. Probably the battery on the motherboard it's not working, so my clocks are stopping. Okay, so that's what you will see in the Grafana. You can share the dashboard just by copy the link, or you can just embed a specific chart into your website, your administration, your wherever you want. Just click on share for the specific panel, and then you can click on embed. You can just copy the HTML frame and paste where you want. So I'm just going to show you that what you will see. You will embed this. we'll basically see something like this. So yes, it may be great for improving your own dashboard. We have here many other charts, responses, stuff like that. Everything what you may possibly need. You may even build your own charts here. So I think that's it. Here, if I return back to CreateProxy, I may see that in 1 minute, one of my Amazon server will be removed. So I will wait to show you that the automatically created server will also be removed from the access point. Probably another AWS proxy has been created and imported in the access point automatically, because it is creating every 15 minutes one proxy. So you see, this one stopped working, and if you will make a connection right now to this access point, then this proxy will not be used. And as you can see, the proxy has been automatically removed from your access point. Okay, for the demonstration, I have showed you probably everything. I'm really sorry, I'm not a good spokesperson, and thank you for your time.